as far as being selfish as encouraging their children to cheat and to do all kinds of dubious character. I talk on morals, which is also manners. You see a dad and his child, they are driving in a car, and the dad is beating traffic signs. The dad is talking to someone on phone like, hey, that money, we ate it. We were successful, we duped the country, we run something, we did it underground. Now talking about responsibility, another one of the points me and my group members talked about, parents are not responsible enough to transform it to their children. And it is affecting our children, because when your dad or your mom or your large family is not responsible, there is a toll on it on you. Yes, when arguing a while ago, I said a big yes to family, but a big no too. I know there are other factors like government, education, and so on that affects this thing, but the family is the bedrock. Now, one of the last points I'm going to be talking about is one of the points that we have already dashed about, which my comrade and my friend GAU has spoken about, the religion group. Religion is one of the problems we're having in families, because there is a mentality in families that shows that when you are a Christian or you're a Muslim or you have a sentiment belief, then there is division. You are not the same with the next person. So it is very essential that our parents teach us the norms of our religion and make us to know that every individual has a right to his own religion and his own belief. Lastly, I want to talk on the solution. And because of time, I want to cycle the solution or center it on one aspect. I have truth, I have honesty. But I want to talk on something that will make us be united and make our family strong. And I want to talk about care. The major reason we're having these social problems in family is because our parents don't really care. If they really care for someone to bear a child for 8 months, 9 months, and at the end of the day you don't care how the child grows and what it becomes in the society, then we have a problem. So we must show care. And one of the things I learned about care is that care is the ability to protect someone or something. If our parents really care, they will protect us. The reason why you and I are here today, the reason why I'm standing here today to make a speech is because my parents care to send me here to come and study. There are so many Nigerians out there that are not in school today because their parents don't care. And it is that care that will help them, that will help all of us. So we need to bring that care. So my on final note, I want to say care is the main spice that adds value to life. Let us bring care into our family and everything we want. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Samuel Omale. Before we invite the analysts, I would like to invite Real Daughters Institute. They are here. I think it's a women organization or thereabouts. And we invite Ms. Gift G. You're welcome. Round of applause for all this.
Great Nigeria students. We've been talking about, first of all, I want to wish you all happy Independence Day. And so far so well, we want to thank God for the journey so far in the past 53 years. I want to especially speak to women this afternoon. Yes, the family is very important. Yes, Nigeria is the way, we are the way we are now. What are the women doing about it? Because there's a popular saying that says, beside every successful man, there is a woman. I want to make welcome Real Daughters Institute students. You can just give them a round of applause. Real Daughters Institute is an institute that tries to make women relevant in life. If we must see a change in Nigeria, then we must begin from the women. Because if we have Mr. President out there, we have First Lady also by his side. Now, if he is about to do something that will not be good to our society, First Lady is supposed to at least be able to advise her husband. So what are the women doing? Real Daughters Institute is here to help ladies discover their potentials, be able to stand as a plus to their men, be able to educate their children effectively. Because as women, whether we like it or not, if a child is bad, they will ask who is the mother. If the child is good, people will give kudos to the father. But at the same time, we know that the women have a very important role to play in the life of the child. So if Nigeria is seen as a family, then the woman that family. For years, we have been underestimated, but forgetting that we are the mother of couples. So I just want to encourage ladies out there. Nigeria today is being looked down. When we came to Cyprus, these Turkish people, they will carry you and they will like, sex, we like Nigeria girls. So what are you people doing, Nigeria girls? It's time to get back our integrity. It's time to pursue purpose in a dignified. How much are you selling yourself? How much? It's so degrading. It's so really degrading. It's time to begin to use ourselves positively and express our femininity in a meaningful way. Thank you, God bless you.
Thank you so much, Elder Institute. Right away, I would like us to put our hands together for Pastor Sam, who comes to analyze all the points that I'm talking about. Round of applause, please.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
And then I wish all every one of us happy independence. I would like to buttress on the points of the Real Women Institute, right, my sister? Yes, of the truth, women have value to life. You must know this. I'm a living testimony for this. I can say I am more responsible when I got married. I'm more directful. Women have value to the individual, and which what radiates in the large extent. So now, going straight to the reason why we are here today, which is the change, who will clean the mess. A lot of points has been raised by different groups, but I would like to take it intelligently, whereby we come to learn and understand things. But when we talk about the social well-being of education, every time we are not very reluctant to point out to the government directly, but individually of making sure that our immediate, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of the learning environment, we have a responsibility to pay as well. We have to make sure that we are not destructive in all of these amenities that they provided. And more so, I suggested that we need what is called a maintenance culture. Yes, the government will not be providing at all the time provision for new equipment and for new whatever it may be, but we need to maintain what has been provided before. That culture is out of the nature of the individuals in Nigeria, and we have to begin to change, to reposition our mindset in order for us to know that it's not the responsibility of the government alone, but also our own responsibility. And finally, on that point, the lecturers and the teachers also has a long, they have a big and huge job to do. Many a times I'm a teacher myself, many a times I've come in contact with many people that, they hate malpractice and all kind of things. So what kind of knowledge are we passing to the young generation? What kind of, idea of mindset do we think that we have if we that are seen as a leader in that sector of education, we are not exhibiting the positive manner that makes us to be leading? So the lecturers and teachers may be supposed to be, some of us will be in the future. We need to be disciplined. We need to have a mindset, a frame of mind that is disciplined at all times. And as you know, discipline is not easily come by. It has to do with you denying yourself in order to achieve the results. So this is what this country needs in terms of the education. And finally, in terms of the government, we know that a lot of things is wrong, which is the most focused area in our nation, Nigeria, today. Yes, we know that some of our leaders are corrupted, some of our leaders are not doing the right thing, and so on and so forth. But we must know that there might be a misleading, or the priority is not set right from the beginning. The priority, like everyone that attains such kind of position, should be able to be verified. should be able to be looked into, even deeply into the character. I believe many of us will know this with me. When you want to process a settlement immigration process for Canada, you will discover that they will probe you. They will want to know everything about your background. Why are they doing that? Because background, the character we have, which comes from the family, goes a long way in our daily activities, talk less of when we are now living. So the Nigerian and Nigeria as a nation, we need to begin to fight, let our voice to be heard, begin to let the government know one way or the other, like this project, it will go a long way, I believe. We need to let them know that whoever that is going to lead the nation has to be what? To be accountable. Another thing is respect for Constitution, not a partial respect now, a total and commitment should be reflected. Committed, kind of constitution that have no impunity, they call it these days. You know, for you to be able to get the hold of a local government chairman, maybe he's involved in fraud, it's almost impossible in this nation that we have today. So we have to begin to let our voice be heard that we need a structure that is not checking. Do you want to say, or do we want to conclude that there is no corruption in other countries we see? There are. In the United States, there are corrupted people. In the United Kingdom, and so on and so forth. But what is checkmating that is because there is a standard structure. So we need to begin to fight for this standard structure. I believe that is what we need to make Nigeria better. And that brother made mention, Mr. Shinedu, about honest and truth. But another thing I would like to have to read is justice. If you recite that national anthem, the second stanza, it talks about, O God of creation, and you will see that it is made mention there, trust, honesty, and justice. If these three things can really be monitored and we are truthful with them, I want to tell you that there will be a steady change. Change is not automatic anyways, but there will be a steady change. That is what we want for our country, Nigeria. So a lot of points have been mentioned, but we need to know that in the overview of everything, we have a responsibility to pay. We need to start repositioning our thinking, our thoughts. We need to start guiding ourselves, be responsible for ourselves. The brother Omale talks about our parents are not even guiding some of the children very well, because everything boils down to the family. Yes, it's very true. The parent has a huge work to do in guiding all of the children before they are let out. I remember the first time, I will be rounding off now. The first time I came to this island, thank God I wasn't that young. I've already, gone different ways back home. But when I came, 1, 2, 3 things I remember is the word that my parents has told me. They said, remember the child of whom you are, remember where you are going, and remember where you are coming from. So these 3 basic things is enough for us to display a good splendor of a nation, even in diaspora. By the grace of God, some of us have done very well. Along the way, since about 4.5 years ago, we have been representing Nigeria. We have been representing Nigeria as a teacher. We have been representing Nigeria as a president, as a voice for the nation. So we need to now come together and let us come in truthfulness of honesty and justice. And by the time, one way or the other, I know we will return home soon. So that by the time we return home, we are the future of the nation that we are celebrating today, which is 53 years old. By the time we return back home, we can exhibit that which is of a good character that will better Nigeria. So, on a final note, I just want to leave us with this. In conclusion, we are all responsible for the change of our dear nation, Nigeria, starting from the individuals to the ruler, I meant the government. Now, the key notion is this. We need to begin to reposition the mindset of our lives. And by doing this, we'll discover that steadily, Nigeria will begin to change, starting from us. Thank you. May God bless you all, and may God bless Nigeria.
Once again, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kuba Kwate. I really want to appreciate you guys for your time being here with us. Also want to appreciate everybody who has taken out time to be a part of the discussion so far. We are at the last stage of the conference, and in the next 10-12 minutes, we're all from this place. First of all, I would like you all to understand that Nigeria, over 50 years now, is a nation rich in both human and mineral resources. You're part of the human resources. And maybe I let you know also that talking about mineral resources or talking about natural resources doesn't have to do with only oil. You all have gifts. So you have your personal resources you have to work with. Gifts were given to everybody irrespective of age, time, religion, education, tribe, whatever you have to call, race and the rest, location. It's part of the resources we're talking of. A very big question is, how do you use it? The same way you blame Nigeria for mismanaging its resources, it's the same way the unborn will blame you for not using your skills, your gifts to make a better Nigeria. With our enormous wealth, Nigeria at the moment, if you ask me, I'll say need just one change, the mind change. I agree with me that many of the difficulties or the challenges and the rest of them we're having across the states in Nigeria has to do with leadership. That's where we all point fingers to. But it's not leadership as a group, but it's leadership as an individual. One or twice, I'm sure most of us, if not everybody, have been assigned duty to do, even here in school. Take for example, we have the president here, we have students, we have the floor members, as they call the house. What in your little way have you done? That's where leadership comes from. You can quote me anywhere. I stand to be corrected if proven wrong. But the truth is this: if you cannot do it in your small community, if you cannot do it where nobody is seeing, you can never do it where somebody will see you. It begins from the root. It starts from the inside. Like I've always said, change is not beautiful houses, beautiful structures, or good roads in strategic places. Change is beautiful minds in ugly places. If you move the whole of Nigeria to the US, trust me, US will turn to Ajibuli. If you move the whole of US to Nigeria, Nigeria will turn to Washington DC. You can sit back to have a reflection on that. If we can't achieve the mind change, I don't know how far we can go. This is my fear. As a young boy coming up, I remember asking my dad, why is this country like this? Why do we watch American movies and we see beautiful places, and we watch Nigerian movies and we see dirty areas? Come on, what did you do to help the place? He's a human rights activist, so he could defend himself. But the truth is this: your children will sit back to ask you the same question someday. That what have you done? What did you do? What was your contribution that I could pass through Ajegule and nobody took my phone? I believe in a Nigeria where my children will walk through the streets of DOB Port Harcourt, Maraba in Abuja, K2 in Lagos, count them, and nobody will take their properties. Funny enough, if found, we return back to them. That's the kind of Nigeria I believe in. Like Amen. As said during the overview of Project Change. Project Change is a personal initiative that we've all come together to achieve today, and I really want to appreciate you guys. It's run from my initiative and Project One Limited. Project One runs several street projects. The whole idea of our project is motivating, inspiring, and educating Nigerians, empowering people to take places. I'm believing that in the next 10-15 years, possibly before we all reach the age where they'll say he lived a ripe age and died at a good age, we will all see the change manifest. It lies in your hand. Your contribution counts. What we aim to do is to awaken the sleeping giants. We're trying to cure the brain drain. We're trying to see how those who have in mind never to come back to Nigeria can stay wherever they are in the world and look back and say, that's Nigeria, I need to go back. Truth is this: if you're not a part of the change, you can never be a part of the story. It's only those who contribute at events, you see their name displayed on the screen. Those who don't, you see, and many others, that's where your name will count. Trust me. So if your name is not well written and well seen by the world, possibly you have to look for the space where it is at, and many others. Nigeria needs you and me to make this change happen. The preparation is this. We prepare the future, starting from today, for the unborn child. We're raising a team of young Nigerians, men, women. I strongly believe in gender equality. Come on. I believe women have the more power to change the world. I don't want to be beaten after now, so I'll skip that. But it's either you use it or you waste it. We all have powers to create our world. The native Dahosa will say, dress the way you want to be addressed. It's as simple as saying, be the kind of Nigeria you want people to call Nigeria. That's how it sounds. We're looking forward to a better tomorrow, but that change will not come. It must begin today. The change must begin today. The American society wanted to prove to the world that you need the barber to look good. So the Barbers Association hosted a conference, and they went down deep in the street to pick a very dirty, unclean man. They treated him, gave him good lasers better than my own, and they agreed to pay him $1,000. So the idea was this. The man stands at the entrance of the hall like this to tell people welcome to the conference. Then behind him will be the picture of his old self. He agreed. $1,000 was big money for him because he stayed on the street. He took the challenge, and 2 days later, the conference ended. 2 days later, he was sent back to where he started, where they picked him from. The question is this, what made him go back? They succeeded in building the look. They succeeded in giving him clean shirts. They succeeded in giving him nice haircut, like maybe my own. They succeeded in doing many things to his outward appearance, but they didn't have any time to talk to the mind inside. So after looking good on the outside, the mind took him back to where he meant to be, back to the street. $1,000 exhausted, good clothes thrown away, dirty clothes worn back. It's our independence, friends. We need a reform, and we need good minds to make good forms. We need our children to go to school without uniforms torn. I don't know how you feel about it. By God's grace, I can boast that I'm a good traveler, and I stand to defend Nigeria anywhere, but the truth must be said. Nigeria is in a state that the mess needs to be cleaned up. Sooner or later, we'll all graduate from Cyprus International University, EMU, the rest of the schools. Some of us will find ourselves in strategic places in the world. The truth is this. Nigerians in diaspora, you can find them anywhere in the world, but how you present us there is what counts. Take for example, we have many Nigerians outside the country that they are being recognized home. Why? They are making good effect. They are representing us well outside the world. They are part of those people they are looking out to from the outside to make good changes. Who will change Nigeria? It has taken prayers, I'm sure. It has taken conferences like this. It has taken people to gather together and say, we can do this thing. Don't forget, discouragement also comes. Thanks for the groups you created, the government, education, religion, or you. If you ask me, I think it's your responsibility to change Nigeria. Begin from your small home. We hope to engage adults like this in this. We hope to get good brains that will go back home to make things happen. We hope to get those who have the mind that environment will not affect them. Environment shouldn't influence them to steal the people's money. Environment shouldn't influence you to drive big jeeps. Come on. I was opportune to travel at least 15 states during the summer in Nigeria. I went to some villages and I saw what I saw. It's terrible. Nigeria is getting better, I believe, but those children at home need your support. Those children at home, the charity organizations and the rest, you have change you don't make use of. You have coins you throw away. You change your clothes not because you need them, but because you like them. People can go to school with that money. People can have better life. In Africa, over 4 million people die yearly of an eye disease, and it's caused by one, simply they don't have water to wash their faces. I stand to challenge you guys. Funny, if you leave me to talk, I'll talk till tomorrow, and I'm sure you guys still get shocked. I love to talk. That's what I do. I'd like to round up and tell us this. Everybody has something he can offer. I owe one person an answer to a question at the end of the world, and that's God. And he's going to ask you that I gave you gifts, I gave you this, I gave you that, and how did you use it? He's going to point the millions of people you're supposed to save. He's going to point the changes you're supposed to do. He's going to point plenty of things you're supposed to do with the little gift you count as not important. What will you tell him? Everybody wants to go to the United States of America. Everybody's relocating to the UK. I'm happy for the embarrassment they are giving us. £3,400 before you can fly to the UK for Nigerians. It's not easy money. So even before you go, you have to think of yourself. Everybody's going to Canada. Everybody's going everywhere. Don't you think there's a purpose why you were called and you were kept in Nigeria? You think God didn't see you and kept you in Nigeria? He saw all those things. You find problems where you find solutions. If there are no solutions in a particular environment, problems will not be there. I really want to appreciate you guys for your time as we round up again. I say thank you for today. Thank you for making this event worth it. Thank you for your time. I'm sure we've all learned. I'm sure some minds are empowered. A story was told of somebody who went sowing seeds. The seeds fell on different ground, but one germinated, the one who fell on the perfect soil. I hope these seeds fall somewhere. I hope what we've learned will be practiced. Thank you all once again for your time. I'm good to have you guys.
We're still around.
Please, just before we leave, we're closing, like we're closed already. But I'd like us to, first of all, we'll stand up to take the national pledge. We took the anthem first. We'll stand up to take the national pledge. Before we take the national pledge, let me tell you guys the story. I have a friend who lost a job simply because he couldn't sing the national anthem. It's part of our values we're throwing away. It's part of our values we're throwing away. I won't be surprised if I meet people who will miss their teeth because they can't recite the national pledge. But the only challenge you have to give yourself is to go back and relearn. I really want to appreciate you guys. Come on, let's take the national pledge. And finally, before we begin to leave out, those who would need African foods and the rest of them, there's somebody outside who has it for sale. So if peradventure you're missing the food at home, you couldn't go back for summer. Soji is outside, so he has some things to offer.
From Plateau State, I'm chilling.
The national pledge, please. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, faithful, loyal, serve Nigeria with all my strength, defend our unity, and uphold our honor and glory. So help me God. Amen. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you all for coming.
As in how did it fall?
By the grace of God, we thank God. It has been long anticipated, and here it is. This program was put up a long time ago, and you covered it, so I believe you saw that it was a success, and we give glory to God for that. First of all, I think for people to be able to gather this much for such a program, I know Nigerians, they don't like coming for this kind of program, but for them to gather like this for this kind of program, I believe is a step to changing Nigeria, and I think there's going to be a massive force to changing Nigeria. Sooner than we expect, Nigeria is going to change. You're welcome, sir.
I'll first of all really want to appreciate Nigerians here in Cyprus who made our time to come out. The Independence Summit, like you see, is a success. We're happy we had a very good turnout. Unlike Nigerians normally, they wouldn't like to come out, but today they are here. I'm impressed personally. I'm amazed at the crowd gathering here. As you can see, the environment, everywhere is busy. It's a beautiful one. The Independence Summit, we're celebrating here also, and we hope the Nigerians or the Nigerian government at home recognize the fact that we have people here celebrating. The future of the Change Nigerian project is 99% bright. I can see it. It has started since 2007 and it has been running till date. I don't have much to say, but I'm convinced that the future of Nigeria is already changed. If we continue like this to orientate the minds, we'll achieve the change in less than no time. First of all, I'll acknowledge the fact that we're Nigerians in diaspora, the fact that we're here. Then, sooner or later, we'll all be going back home. What we learn here, the things we've seen that we like, can be implemented also at home. One way or the other, we're going to have leadership positions, either in government or private parastatals. And we hope that the change, like I've said earlier, starts from that small office you're handling. So if you can maximize the opportunity as a nobody to effect a change, then when you become a somebody that everybody is looking at, that change will continue because it will become a part of you. Thank you. Thank you.
Nankling Ngok from Next University. Oh, it's actually a thing of joy to be amongst us today and celebrating today as Nigerian independence. We've come a really long way, and it's actually a thing of joy to be 53, and we know that we're not really happy with some of the things that are happening, but we're hoping for the change, and that's why we are here in person, to be able to be partakers as individuals to be the change in Nigeria. It's really overwhelming because there are lots of people today from different universities, Cyprus International University, Green American University, LFK from Maguza. People turn out really well. I'm really impressed. I didn't really actually think that people would come out so much, and I'm really, really excited to see old faces coming back together and sharing the joy together.
And what do you think about the project Change Nigeria at 50?
The project Change, it's actually a good cause, and we love what is going to happen, and I just hope that everybody tries to partake in the project Change. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
My name is Jet Eldred.
Okay. Which university?
Next University.
Okay. What do you think about the project 50, Nigeria at 50?
Nigeria at 50. From the summit we just had, it was a splendid summit, and I'm glad of my country, Nigeria. We've gone thus far, but there is a big problem back home, and we need to sort it out.
What is the problem, sir?
I think it's economic problem, corruption, and we need to sort it out. And in order to sort it out, it is we, the individuals, that need to sort it out. We spend time complaining about the government. Yes, the government play a little role in the corruption of the country, but we, the individuals, play a huge role in the corruption of the country. For example, in Cyprus, there are lots of crime rates caused by Nigerians are much. If you call now, you want to get house and apartment, they will tell you Nigerians, yoke, problem. So we need to work on ourselves. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. So what do
Right now, I would like to say that we have a future for the Nigerian students, or should I say the African community, because in as much as Nigeria stands the chance to be the giant of Africa, and likewise day by day, I believe we have students who are growing in depth, in education to see that they change the future of Nigeria to the best of its ability. And likewise, our parents are also trying their best to see that they help us in making the change, of which the future belongs to the youth of our society. So as a youth, I will also encourage all students, everybody should sit up and all hands should be on deck for us to make necessary changes. Because without unity, there will be no changes. Without unity, there will be no comfort. And without unity, there will be no Nigeria. Thank you. Yeah.
I would also like to talk on the turn-up. The turn-up on this new independence compared to the last one.
Well, for the turn-up, the students really tried. The turn-up was average, but we are expecting more than expected. But I don't know, maybe there may be one or two issues that warrant students not to participate in the event. But I believe the event was excellent. And we pray for much turn-up come next year.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Yeah.
Lastly, I'd like to talk on the Nigerian Independence Day. What do you see in Nigeria in the future? Not to change Nigeria for example, but Nigeria as a whole in the future, and how can Nigerians start to change from the type of where we are and in our various schools?
All right. First and foremost, the Nigerian future, as I will speak, is a future for all. For us to make a change, we have to start from ourselves. E.g. me, I have to start from me. If really I want Nigeria to change and to have a better place to stay. In as much as you change positively, that will encourage you to also change others. Because change goes practically or goes beyond practical. Because people have to see the change in you before they walk up to the change. But in as much as you are trying to change people and you are not doing anything positive, to change yourself, it means whatever you may say or do, people will take it as a mere stuff. But in as much as you are serious in making changes, then definitely people will abide by it and work together with you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, once more, I want to say happy independence, to all Nigerians.
Okay. All right. My name is Gary Agan Gifts. I'm a master's student studying counseling psychology in GAU, Guinea American University, Cyprus. It went so fabulous, I must say. It's something every youth should be, and I will look forward to at least other youths joining us next year for this, because we are all the future of Nigeria. We are the Nigeria representatives here. So whatever becomes of us is also as a result of what our countries are also. So it was a really great time with a lot of speakers, great initiatives, great people, wonderful people who are set to change their world positively. The future is so wonderful. It's going to be so colorful because I see a lot of youths, being transformed positively from this Change Nigeria project, because this is actually what we need. Somebody just needs to come out and make the change.
I'd like you to talk on your real daughter's institute. I'd like other ladies out there to be enlightened, because not everybody attended. So you use this medium now to advertise and talk about the real.
All right. Real Daughters Institute is an institute established to make females express their femininity positively in a meaningful way. Because what we see out there are females who are distractions to a lot of, divine projects, a lot of ministries, a lot of men, even to co-females. So what are you doing as a female to help to make the country or wherever you are found a place for everyone to call a home? Forgetting that we are mothers. Today we are singles, tomorrow we'll be wives, and next tomorrow we'll become mothers. So what have you done with your singlehood? How effective are you affecting your vicinity, affecting your world round? So Real Daughters Institute has been put together as an institute to help women come out effectively as wives, a plus to their men, blessings to motherhood, and a word with a woman of purpose that the world can celebrate in the future, beginning from now. Because how we live our today determines how our tomorrow is going to be. And how the tomorrow we've been praying for begins from today. So if we as females are not able to organize our lives, we as females are not able to have the awareness of what it means to be on purpose, minding your mission, staying focused, avoiding distractions, then I think we are not really ready to raise a good family. Well, the registration for RDI, we call it RDI, Real Daughters Institute, is ongoing. We have it every quarter. It's ongoing now for October sections. We'll be beginning in 2 weeks' time. So we admonish every lady out there to come and learn what it means to really be a real woman, as the name implies, not hiding under pretense or religion. Thank you.
We're here now with the current president of African Student Association, Nearest University. Hello, Mr. President.
How are you?
I'm fine. Today we did a program about Project Change Nigeria. So, what do you think about this Project Change Nigeria?
Well, it's an anticipated program that has been long awaited for. Basically, all the youths, we felt the need for us to come together as one to strongly move our opinions on what we feel needs to be done about the issues of Nigeria. And then I want to say that it was a great success because we heard, we were oriented, we were educated, and we were taken back to our default settings, so to say, on what we are supposed to do and how we are supposed to act as Nigerians.
Okay. So what impact do you hope this Project Change Nigeria will bring to Nigerian students home and abroad, everywhere?
I have the sincere belief that if all of us we stick to what we heard today, then as soon as possible, within the next minute, Nigeria will be a better place because our impacts are going to be felt not just within Cyprus, but within the entire world at large.
So what do you have to say to your fellow Nigerian students everywhere all around the world?
First, I want to wish everybody happy independence, and I want to say that let us not just merit on the fact that Nigeria is 53, but let us continually seek and think of ways that will make Nigeria better. Basically, we have to change our minds. Our mind setting is the most important thing because seminars like this have been organized, prayers like this have been organized, many events that have been organized lately to see that we address issues that are facing Nigeria, but some of them tend not to be working. So the basic thing now is for us to change our attitudes, for us to change our minds to see that we make Nigeria a better place.